Today I'm going to be talking about self-doubt. The reason I choose this subject is it's a general problem everyone is dealing with. And I didn't come here with a fancy presentation because I want to do it with all talks. What does doubt mean? Do you have an idea? Does anyone? Anyone have ideas about what does doubt mean?
It's like, I can't decide what kind of stuff.
We can't hear it. A little bit loudly, please. Yes.
Pretty much what she said. According to Cambridge Dictionary, not being certain about something, especially how good or true it is. So I can just simply say it's the feeling of uncertainty. Does anyone have idea about what does self-doubt mean? It's an easy question. I want to see more hands if it's possible. Yeah?
Doubting yourself?
Yes, it's actually what's written in here. Of course, I'm not going to drop it in here. Self-doubt is you questioning your own abilities to reach your own goals, your own desires. And I want to give you an example from a time you might feel self-doubt. Have you ever studied so hard for something that it holds you back from sleeping at night? You thought, if I'm going to be good enough to handle this case. Or maybe you studied so hard to your exam and you thought, if I'm going to pass my exam tomorrow, and this kind of thought holds you back from sleeping. This is what self-doubt is. Okay. What is the reason you're doubting yourself? Is it something that everybody going through or just certain people? Actually, if you're doubting yourself, you're not special at all. Because 85% of the people dealing with self-doubt every day. So, it's a normal human emotion, can be caused by so many reasons. And you don't have to feel ashamed or you don't have to feel like you're an insecure person just because you're doubting yourself. And what is the reason you're doubting yourself? Like I said, there can be so many reasons you're doubting yourself, but have you ever heard of herd mentality? Anyone have ideas?
Can you say it a little bit louder, please?
Herd mentality. What does that mean? You know what is this?
I don't know, so.
It's your.
Is it about following what the majority does?
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. It is actually your urge to follow the crowd. So whenever the crowd is doing something other than what you do, you're doubting yourself and you have this fear to be yourself because other people are doing so much different than what you're doing. So you start doubting yourself just because you're not like them. But any guess of how many times an average of this is self-doubt? Just say a number. It's the easiest question. You're so close. 3. Not. You?
7.
13.
No, it's so much. 6. Yes, it's 6 times an average faces self-doubt in a day. It's mostly because of their words, what they're doubting about. Mostly because of their words. And do you have any idea when did this doubt start coming? You can't have doubts as a baby, of course, so it's childhood. It was the easiest question. Do you recall a memory goes as you're out there shopping with your parents and you ask for a doll and they told you you haven't been behaving good enough, we can get you that toy. Or you want to go out with your friends and you ask your mom if you can go out with your friends and she told you that you can't just because you haven't done your homework or something like that. Your subconscious isn't joking with this case, so it just hits the part that you put on a goal and you can achieve it. So every time you put on a goal, you start asking yourself if you're good enough to handle the case. You start asking yourself, you're questioning your own abilities, like I said. You're questioning your own abilities to reach your goals, reach your desires. But this doesn't hold you back, right? So I'm going to give you 2 examples of successful people doubts come over them. Colonel Sanders. He was 65 years old, retired and broke, before he started KFC. KFC now is a company worth billions of dollars. So this is what I call success, right? I'm gonna go with a lot of basic example. Albert Einstein. I'm pretty sure if I tell you to count 3 geniuses ever walked into the world, you would say his name in one sentence. He would drop out of school at 15 and then fail the exam of Zurich Polytechnic. But he didn't go as I failed an exam. No, I'm not going to achieve anything or something. And I'm pretty sure you're hearing stories about how scientists make hundreds of tries before they invent something. So they're not letting their doubts come over them. Self-doubt is holding us back. Is it hard to free ourselves from self-doubt? Do you have any idea how can someone free themselves from self-doubt?
Not thinking about the user, maybe solution, going blind, and fix everything.
I can't give you a correct answer or wrong answer at all because everyone's different, and only you and your therapist would know the answer to that. But research has shown that the hardest part to free yourself from self-doubt is admitting that you have self-doubt. Because whenever I ask you like, what is doubt is, if you did answer, you would probably say something about insecurity. So you see self-doubt as an insecurity, form of insecurity, but it's not like that at all. Like I said, 85% of the people are dealing with self-doubt every day. So it's so much normal. Like, admitting is the hardest part, but why don't we just admit the problem and try to solve the problem? As people, we are aimed to push problems out of our eyesight instead of trying to solve the problem. For solving the problem, you just have to admit it, but instead you push the problem out of your eyesight, and you think you destroyed it. But whenever you put on a goal, it just came to your mind, are you good enough? Are you good enough? And I want to tell you a last thing. It is that you either have excuses for your problems or you have results.